In Italy, one kept coming across traces of Padre Pio. In those days, he was not yet either beatified or canonized, but he was around within people's memory. People had met him, had been influenced by him, and he was still around after his death, doing things, saving people from accidents, answering their prayer, and even appearing. It's one of the most powerful saints of all times. A son of St. Francis, a stigmatized priest. St. Francis was the first, at least in recorded history, to be stigmatized. And these saints reproduce in themselves something of the passion of the Saviour. It is said that victim souls in some way keep the balance upon earth. They manage by their perpetual suffering to avert disaster for the world. Traditionally, it was also part and parcel of the contemplative life, the acceptance of voluntary suffering. This, alas, has been whittled away quite a lot in our time. The demon has managed to reduce a lot with regard to the amount of penance done in monasteries and convents. And in the place of what was traditionally a very strict regime, other things have come in, absorbing time and energy, and also time that was given formally to the prayer of the Church, adoration, and many hours of gratuitous praise in the silence of the chapels. This is bound to have an effect on the mystical body, for a huge power has been reduced. The devil knows it, the Lord also knows it, and he still tends to bless those strict monasteries that are trying to maintain that with vocations, whereas others tend to dry up. There is more in the sphere of the spiritual life than meets the eye, and these saints knew perfectly well what we had to do with the cosmic battle. There are quite a few things in common between St. John Mary Vianney, Kiribati, and Padre Pio. They had this ability to read souls, to see also into the past and in the future, and to warn people, and also to orientate people. Many from all over the world sought their guidance. One day I was for hours hearing confessions in the confession box at San Quirico d'Orcia, not far from our monastery. It must have been either Advent or Lent, and a lady came and I was amazed at the way that she had seen Padre Pio appear to her, and I well believed it, for Padre Pio was around. There was somebody from our village who came up to me one day and said that he had met Padre Pio. He and his friend had gone to him before the war. Padre Pio had said, "You will return, but your friend will not." And so it was. In 1947, the young Cardinal Wojtyla went to see him and asked him which was the most painful wound, and he said, the wound on the right side. It had borne the cross, and people couldn't see that wound. It was in his interior hidden part, the shoulder. And after his death, of course, it was all discovered. There were many wounds that people didn't know about. But he also told that young man that one day he would be Pope, and he told a personal friend of his own that one day that man would be a canonized saint, and he would be a great fisher of souls. And he added his successor would also be a canonized saint, and he would be a great teacher of souls. present Pope Leo had been told at the age of 7 by a pious lady that one day he would be Pope. A travelling friend of mine went not long ago to San Giovanni Rotondo and took a picture with his mobile phone of his confession box, and this appeared on it. Padre Pio is in a listening position. That is how confessors should be, listening hard. The ear of San Leopold is sometimes presented as disproportionately large in iconography for that reason. Lo visto, I saw him. O pious soul, the whole of humankind upon thy suffering drew. For Calvary, in thee stood all the world, and in thy mind the sins here unconfessed glared merrily, and yond the tombed ears thy vision still in glory's bosom sears each plaintive breast that on thee cries. For skies here bend at will at thy fond asking, hard by Godhead pressed. O phantom, not at rest, blessed ghost, not made of spectred vagabondage, seeking prayer, but coming here withal. Thou canst not fade as quickly as thy ears, but standing there in perfumed gloriole, thou teachest me how at this grill to see. How, oh, to see.